Hello everyone, this is Kenzlo once again, and we're here in the nether hanging out with this sheep. This is yet another tunnel that I've dug. And when you come out of this tunnel, or out of this nether portal, you'll see I have a nice little shack here with a jukebox, some storage and things, and a witch farm. Yes, I have been here for many hours making a witch farm. This is the swamp we were in last episode, and over there is where I was hunting the slimes. And after the episode, I came back to do some more, and I noticed that there was a witch hut here. And so I've got to work, I've been busy, and I'm not going to explain how to make it. Instead, I'm going to link to a video by DocM77 where he shows how to make one of these. I tried to make a video showing how I did it, but it just really wasn't that good. But basically what I've done, there was a witch hut here. I cut it down and put 2 spawning platforms in it because witches can spawn on these 2 spots. There is glass on the places that are in a river biome, and that will prevent spawning of anything because witches only spawn in swampland. So that won't do me any good to have things spawning in there. I've been lighting up a lot of this area, kind of clear around there, and I've done some caving. Actually, if you look in here, you can see I've done a good amount of caving. Found 3 or 4 spawners, a bunch of enchanted books in them, a bunch of iron and gold and things, some diamonds that I've actually used to make some more tools. And I've managed to get 3 records, 2 chirps, and I found 113. So that's why I have the jukebox set up here. The one thing that I have done with this, and we'll get to have an example, because there's a witch, and all I have to do is coax her off the edge. She'll probably try and throw a potion at me, but we'll miss. And there's a hole in here on the other side that leads straight down. And once I replace this, I'll go show you where that leads to. It follows this hole. But if you go down all the way to the bottom, you will find a new item from the redstone update that's here in the snapshots. This is a hopper. I had one in a chest before, and I'm not sure if I actually showed what it does or not, but as something falls, as entities and things fall into this, blocks or whatever, they will be funneled in. And in this case, it's funneled into this chest where I have all of the drops that the witches have whenever they die. So this drops them far enough that they die right here and immediately drop whatever it is into this chest. That way, while I'm around and not really paying attention, I don't have to be there to pick up the items. It will pick them up for me. It's a really nice feature to have. Like I said, I started to make a big video of how I made this, but it wasn't really that worth it. It wasn't that good. I found myself veering off into caving and things along the way, and it wasn't it wasn't the best video I've ever put out. I can put it that way. But I've just been here running around at night, usually throwing torches down just to get some more spawning generally down and focused into where I want it to be, because witches do count against the amount of mobs that are present at any time in loaded chunks. So the more that is lit up, the more things will be spawning in there. And because the amount of space in here is not as good as I had originally hoped it would be, I need every last little bit I can get of help. So that's pretty much what I've been doing over here. Now, the other side project that I've been doing during this time And if you looked in the chests at all, you'll notice immediately what it is that I was doing. And that has been slowly deleting this desert, a little bit by bit. I realized I really don't have any sandstone or sand. And so I've just been coming along here with my efficiency tools and just kind of knocking out all of the sand that I can over and over and over again, and then turning it into sandstone. Because, as you saw, there is a new nether tunnel in my world, and that nether tunnel will need to be decorated, as the other one was. And for this one, I'm going with a desert and swamp theme, because that's where that tunnel leads out to. And I want to use sandstone in it and mimic the desert temples, even though this desert doesn't have any. I also have in a chest some what do you call it, grass blocks that I used a silk touch axe to get. I know it's not very efficient, but that's all I had. And so it's the first and only silk touch item I have in this world, and so I would take whatever I could get. But oh well, that one goes deep. And so I've just been here collecting a bunch of blocks so that I can begin preparations for making a nether tunnel decorated to lead out here. Right now it's not even fully dug out yet, and I've done enough of that on camera. I did a lot of nether tunnel digging in one episode, if I remember right, and the first large portion of my live stream that I did at least a week or two ago was building the nether tunnel. And I did that mainly because I figured nobody would be joining right away, and that would give me something to kill time until people showed up. But I ended up finishing the entire thing on camera, and I will admit it's not the most exciting thing to watch, so I will most likely not be doing that again, and instead just give you updates once it's done. But regardless, I actually wanted to go down there. I'm going to continue to gather all of this up, and I will be back with you shortly as I give you an example. I'm not going to actually do the nether tunnel, but I would like to give you an example of how it's going to look. So I will be back with you shortly. Alright, so here we are back in the nether hub. As you can see, this one, as I've covered before, represents the nether fortress. This one's the village. And now this one will lead to the desert and swamp. So I've got sandstone in here, and every 10. I like the every 10 theme. Like if you look over here in this one, every 10 blocks is a post, glowstone, and a powered rail. I'm going to follow that same pattern over here. So every 10, you have this wool pattern to represent the desert temple. And I still kept this little area so I can get to the skeleton experience farm. And this can actually be fixed. I have a few more pieces of light blue wool with this, right? And then as you continue on, at some point it will switch into swampland. And you can see I have vines growing down from these trees. These trees are on every 10, so these will be where the powered rail is. I've got the light blue wool for the sky. I haven't decided what I'm going to do exactly in here yet. I'm planning on growing some mushrooms in here and possibly putting some clay down, clay blocks. And I thought about using the dark blue wool to simulate water, but I haven't decided yet. I wish I could get water in here using ice blocks or something like that. Be really nice, because then I could put lily pads down and really kind of make this feel more swampish, but no more water in the nether, so... but yeah, this is the prototype. I haven't decided officially how I'm going to do this. I don't know if it's going to be... if I'm going to do it this way, where it's going to be short back and forth clips, or if eventually the sand and dirt will intermix as they go down the path somewhere halfway down there, and then it will it'll kind of merge into each other or blend, and then have the swamp part on the other end. I haven't decided on that one yet, but this was just kind of a proof of concept to try it out, see how I liked it. I had toyed a little bit with this in a creative world, and I hadn't really looked at it too much or given it much thought. But I really like it. I do still have some things like I have to do, like go in behind here and put the blue wool in, which means I'll be spending a lot of time on my sheep farm and probably expanding it. But one thing I don't like is how these vines will grow around here. Oh, and this will be grass too. I just ran out of grass blocks and I don't have my silk touch tool with me. But I thought of putting cactuses in the middle, but I realized that they wouldn't grow very well here. Not because they actually grow, but because they can't be placed. If, like, I had it just here and there was going to be a cactus right in here, but I'd have to hollow out the blocks around it, and that was more work than it was worth for it, so that's a no-go. I guess I could always put like dark green wool to represent a cactus, but I don't think it's worth it. But that's about all I have left for today. If I did manage to bring pickaxe over, I know I made one, I didn't. I'll be right back. We're gonna enchant a couple things right at the very end. We'll see if I can finally get a silk touch pick, or what I end up with, so I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. I ran back to the swamp and grabbed a pickaxe. And let's see what we get. Another Fortune 2, Efficiency 4, Unbreaking 3. It'd be nice to finally get Fortune 3 on something, but, you know, still Fortune. I can't complain too much. So, maybe I can combine it with this one. Do I have an anvil over here? I don't anymore. But maybe we can combine it with this one once it gets down to like one hit left and finally get a Fortune 3. So, alright everybody, thanks for watching. I'm probably going to hang out here for a while. I got a shovel I like to enchant too, and I will see you all in the next episode. Take care.